Okay, I just want to talk a bit about the Austrian First Army before I move on to the German turn for September '05, and that'll be the end of that, and then we go to September '06. So they did a joint attack at this hex here with the Austrian 4th. The Austrian 4th used these units here, unsupplied attack, and the Austrians used the units from Battle Group 2 and 1, managed to get the Russian 5th to retreat, and they moved back to there, so they advanced up here. I don't know, in the long term if it's going to really mean much, but that's the way it goes. And I moved the engineering unit back from here. That was just about to start doing the rail, but I was getting a little worried. Remember, the Russians were right beside them there, so I was like, okay, but it's one of these seesaw things, back and forth, like next turn, the Russians may take the hex back. It's just nuts. And then here I railed the 100th Landwehr Brigade down to here. That's about as much as I can do, because obviously I can't get them into an enemy zone of control, an Austrian unit anyways, from as rail. I think only Great Britain and Germany can do it. But I'm getting there. And then I moved the 7th Cavalry Division over here beside the HQ. I don't know if I'm causing any issues, like them to not be able to supply any attacks or whatnot. We'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping so. And like I said, I want to be a nuisance. Here's the biggie thing. So this is the ultimate thing, I guess, for this posting for me to remember, is now that Katowice and Ostrava are essentially cut off, right, from the rest of everything else. And when I looked ahead for the Austrian reinforcements, it looks like for the remainder of the game, all the reinforcements are going to end up either at Ostrava or Katowice. Well, that's not going to do the Austrians any good, obviously. So what I'm doing is, if they're ready troops and they can make it to Ostrava or Katowice, as in there's no enemy zones of control around here, then I'll let them go in. But for the replacement units, they're useless, right? There's not going to be no headquarters here. What the hell are they going to do? So what I'm going to do is, for the remainder of September, so for this turn, '05, and then '06, '07, any replacement units that show up as reinforcements are not going to appear this turn. I'm going to pretend they're being rerouted to, I guess, I don't know, this valley along the Tisa River here, and they'll just have to get fed up, either fed along these single track rail lines, or obviously the most important one, which is the double track rail line to Przemyśl. And that was one of the main things why Przemyśl ended up having a massive fortress area, right? It's this huge hub of rail. So that's the way I'm going to do it. So the way I'm looking at it is, yes, these guys did show up, and now they're hopping on a train again, and they're not going to appear or be able to be mobilized up to here until October turn 1. So anybody else, like for September 6 and 7, are also going to be available for October 1. Of course, there may be some other reinforcements that are supposed to arrive at that time as well. So, with the rail capacity limitations, rail capacity, and there's no such thing as rail capacity limitations, right? It's built into the word. That's the way I'm going to look at it. The Austrians may have a hard time getting the reinforcements, but obviously now it's like they're not going to get any reinforcements for the remainder of September. That's just the way it goes, because the Russians have cut off anything, unless, like I said, unless it's a ready-made troop. Like, if they send in an infantry division that's like, a 3-4 or something like that, then okay, but not replacement units. What's the point? All right, and I think that's it. And then, now I'll go off to the German move.